Okay, we are live. Welcome to the show. Let me get the overlay up as per usual. You know the deal. Here we are. Welcome. Welcome. Just double checking. Yeah. Okay. So, we are live. The situation today, Raptors are the team we're up against. Last time we played this mob, we got the victory. They were much more depleted than they currently are now. They've got Van Vliet and Siakam both back. So a couple guys that we do have to pay a little bit more attention towards, which is a bit of an issue. But, you know, I have full faith in this team. We did, in that last matchup, have Ben Simmons, and I don't think we had Watanabe, but there's a big inclusion today, and that is TJ Warren. And, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see how quickly it takes for him to settle in. I'm excited to see what he can produce, but I don't think it's going to be as sizable as we possibly anticipate. Statistically, he averaged just a tick under 20 in the last season he played. Proper season. In the bubble, went absolutely nuclear. Had about 30 something touches. Touches, what am I talking about? Wrong sport. 30 points per game, I do believe. So he was pretty nuts. I mean, just looking at some pre-game quotes, he is versatile. He is a two-way player. He can score at all three levels. You know, that's a key thing. And that's going to really help us out, I do think. It's going to be more noticeable once we get Simmons and Watanabe. Two guys that are more, you know, more centralized, you know, with our vision of where we want to be. They're going to be a part of it. So, you know, we won't be able to see that yet because we're obviously not full strength. But for the moment, TJ possibly will provide a solid 15 points off the bench. That is my hope. It honestly could mean anything for him given the injury he came off with all those foot problems. KD over 1.5 threes. You can probably bet on it given how nuclear he is from the field at the moment as well. So I reckon that's a pretty safe bet. Yeah. But with regards to TJ, it's going to be interesting to see. I do think he'll provide a fair bit of offense. Another aspect or another element that defenses have to deal with on top of all the other offensive weapons we have. But yeah, I'm not expecting big things out the gate. It's just more of a long-term vision as to whether or not he will contribute that is most important. But yeah, he could start on absolute fire. I don't know. I'm hoping he does. We're probably going to need it, and he's some good relief for Kevin Durant. But here's the thing, I did do a little bit of looking, and in the last 3 games, we're averaging 3 less turnovers than we did in the last 3 games, you know, in comparison to before that when we averaged 15 turnovers. So, you know, we are doing a good job of taking care of the basketball, and Jacques Vaughn alluded to something that we've actually mentioned on this show before, and that is the fact that KD getting double-teamed actually promotes more passing. And obviously, the minute you double Kevin Durant, it's a 4-on-3 around the court elsewhere. So it's going to be much harder for defenders to get steals because less personnel, obviously, and they've got to sort of zone things. And sometimes that can lead to steals, but overall, the less turnovers you have, the more chances of success you're going to get because, more possessions, or you're not losing more possessions. You're not giving those extra opportunities for the opposition, and on top of that, no transition opportunities for the opposition either. This is going to be a good game. I do think the next two games are big tests. We've got Toronto and then we've got Boston. In a couple days' time, that's going to be a really tough one. Tatum is doing very well at the moment. Heck, the entirety of the Boston Celtics are doing well at the moment. I mean, they're 18-4. I think they've won 8 or 9 in a row. If there's a game where we're going to establish ourselves, it's got to be that game. It's got to be, an all-round defensive effort. I would have loved to see Ben Simmons guard Tatum because, we saw in pre-season Ben guarding Giannis, and that was a very, very strong sign as to what the future may hold with Ben. But, unfortunately, we're not going to, see Ben take on a similar assignment in a couple days' time, which is a bit of a bummer because that would have sort of provided a little bit of a gauge as to what, to expect later in the season when, we're in that final stretch of the season. Games are more important, and then in the playoffs as well. I'm not saying we're making the playoffs. I'm just saying if we do get to that point, matchups like those are going to make or break the series, Inversely, whoever guards Kevin Durant is also going to be playing an essential role for Boston, if that was ever a series. And obviously last year we saw what happened when Boston took on the Nets. We got flogged. And a lot of instability in that team, and that was a long series. That just seemed to drag on. You knew what the result was going to be. And look, I'm not overly mad given we ended up playing the eventual finals participant that ultimately lost, obviously, but you get the gist. Best team in the East, they weren't messing around, and you cop losses like those on the chin and basically move forward. But the starting lineup for Toronto is Van Vliet, Barnes, Anunoby, Siakam, and Koloko. I think that's very similar to the starting team that they put out in the first meeting when we also got up against them. It may actually be the same, aside from... I'm not sure, but... they've got Gary Trent coming off the bench now, and he scored... how much did he score? He scored 35 off the bench last game when they got smoked. So, it's going to be interesting to see if he replicates that form. Who's winning this? I reckon this will be a close game. I mean, we can put a poll in, because why not? And... The chat can answer that question for you. Because we had a fair bit of interaction with the last poll. I don't want that. Okay. Yep. Alright, so we're adding the poll. Put your predictions in, because why not? I mean, I do it on the community tab. I'm going to do it here as well. Because why not? Just a little bit of engagement, but our starting lineup remains the same. I'm going to go over to the main overlay before we commence, and 12 minutes, it should be ready to rock and roll. And we've won the last 3 games, which If we win this, it'll be the equal largest winning streak on the season. So, first quarter, getting ready for action. And it will be Koloko when Clax in jump ball. KD will retrieve after we won the tip. And we're off and running. And the set will be kicked off through Royce. KD's going to get it. We're wearing those statement jerseys, I think they're called. Kyrie, quick catch and shoot three. And that is good already. Excellent start. Kyrie's got to get more involved early on. He's had some very slow first halves. Anunoby cut down the middle, missed the layup, put back off, but they get another offensive board. Already 2 offensive rebounds in 30 seconds. Siakam for 3, and he scores it. He has been on a tear. And especially in the first game against us, he was on fire. Unstoppable, very hard to contain. So Royce is going to get the ball here on the outside. Cross. Hand off to KD. KD drives down the middle. Shoots with the right hand. And scores. Van Vliet drives on Kyrie. Is held up well. He rolls it back out to the corner. And there's going to be a foul on Kyrie. An early one. And unfortunately, probably not a very smart foul to give away. But you know what? We live with that. It's going to be a side out for Toronto. Barnes to Koloko and now to Van Vliet, who shoots a 3 and misses well short. And Royce with the rebound. KD will get it up. And KD will try on Siakam. He got pushed in the side while shooting. It will be shots for Brooklyn. Nets said they will check the status of Watanabe again next week. Yep, him and Ben. Ben was supposed to miss 3 games, and Watanabe was out for a week. And that was called on the other day. So, obviously there'll be less time. There'll be less time than what they said a couple days ago, obviously. You would assume. Is TJ playing? He is. KD makes both free throws. Told me about the Socceroos. Mate, the Socceroos, I have no idea how we made the round of 16. Siakam tries the hook shot. Good defense, KD. We'll talk about the Socceroos very briefly. Kyrie, alley-oop. Claxton missed the layup. Didn't align himself. And that was an excellent early offensive set. Van Vliet, extra feed. Koloko missed it. Double block. KD gets a hand in there. We get it ahead. Kyrie, bounce pass. Easy look, Joe. And we're up 9-3. Excellent defense leading to offense. Scotty Barnes posts up Royce. Stays with him. It's going to be free throws for Scotty. Foul is on Royce. And that is a little bit mystifying, but 2 blocks on the inside. Excellent defense. And then the transition basket. No one, missing out on the action. Everyone getting a touch on the way up to the other end. And that's how you play basketball. That's how you play team-oriented basketball, which has been a point of focus basically the entirety of the time that Vaughn has coached. Both free throws converted by Scotty Barnes. And with 9:50 to play, the lead is 9-5 early on. Kyrie, why did you just pass it to no one? Luckily, Anunoby stood on the sideline. But that's a very careless pass by Kyrie. And equally for KD, who just waited for the ball to come to him rather than going and getting it. So, 9:42 to play, first quarter. And Kyrie's going to pass it to Royce. Just got it in time. Joe's going to get a 3-point look. And he knocks it down. Joe is back. Oh my goodness. It's finally time to see those shots falling for Joe. Had a good game last game. Highly efficient. 4 of 6 from 3, I think. Another miss. An air ball. KD secures the rebound. And Royce could get it. KD is going to get it instead. Royce, hand off to Kyrie. And now he's directing traffic at the wing. Royce, all the way to the basket. I thought it was an M1. They blew the whistle as he scored a bucket, but it's a travel? Potentially? Yeah, too many steps. So Van Vliet to Scotty Barnes. 12-5 lead. Very good start. I'm happy with this. Van Vliet trying to shoot over KD. Didn't want to try that. Scotty Barnes turned it over. Lost his dribble. Royce, can he take it all the way? He's got it. And we are playing excellent basketball early on in this game. Excellent basketball. Siakam. Cross. Kick out. Barnes for 3 in the corner. It's good. Good ball movement. Extra feed was very, very sensible by the Raptors as our defense collapsed on the inside. Kyrie, high arcing floater off. Joe gets the kick out from the offensive board. He hits another 3. Joe is back, baby. I don't know how many times I need to say this. He is back. All he needed was time and your patience. Siakam fell to the floor and he's going to get free throws. Joe just needed his feet back under him. Some Nets fans are very impatient. Every sport is going to give you a very reactive fan base. And there was no doubting he was awful this season. Or has been. But to call for his head when he's got a lot of backing behind him in terms of what he's done in the past, you know, you can't ignore that. He's a 43% three-point shooter. There's going to be a point where he finds his shot. He was shooting at 16% in the previous 5 games before the last. So look, it had been a pretty bad year for Joe from 3, but it's good to see a few falling now. And Siakam doesn't disappoint from the free throw line. There is 2 makes there. Lead back down to 7 for Brooklyn. Royce lost it and just threw it away. He never had full control of his dribble, and now we're going to get a wide open look as it's a 5-on-4. Anunoby misses a very wide open 3, and the Nets get the rebound. Royce nearly just gave it away again, carelessly. KD at the logo. Now, Clax, you had a cutter, but the Raptors cover it well. Beautiful. Kyrie! Excellent score. Falling to the ground. Royce O'Neal with an excellent feed. He's been very good at, you know, attracting defenders under the basket when he drives and then just giving it off. The extra feed, the unselfish team play. And on that occasion, we benefit strongly from it. Rather him be awful now than in April, 100%. 100%. Kyrie knew he missed the free throw and tried to follow it up. So, 19-10, and we're going to get a timeout. The first of the game for Toronto. Excellent start. I mean, we're just forcing turnovers. Good defensive contesting. And that is basically the gist of things. I don't know how many fast break points we've already got, but it feels like, you know, that's a, you know, contributed towards the vast majority of our points. If we look at the box score, which I will just open up now. Let me get that bad boy open. And go here and go here. You will see Siakam with 5 points, and so has Barnes. But look at the shooting. 2 of 10. They haven't made a shot on the inside. Both shots made from the perimeter. And they've also been in the free throw line a couple times. So we've stressed the importance of keeping teams off the free throw line. Especially when they're shooting 2 of 10 from the field, you can't give them bailouts, at the free throw line. That's just making things easy for them and keeping them afloat when really we're doing a damn good job at the moment. KD with 4. Joe Harris has 8 first quarter points. Kyrie with 5. Kevin Durant with 4. That is what we need. Joe is such an important piece to this team. All these casuals saying, get the hell out of here, Joe. We want Miles Turner. I don't want Miles Turner if Joe's going to deliver this. Spacing is excellent to open this game. That is the shooting. We have not missed the 3 to start, and Joe has been the helping hand in that. We've also had 5 dimes from 7 made field goals, which is a very good conversion rate there. That shows the ball is popping. With regards to team stats, I'm not sure about the fast break points, but as the eye test would suggest, it's been pretty damn good. It's been pretty damn good to kick things off here. Damn, KD and Royce O'Neal are the 2 leading players for minutes on the season amongst all NBA players. Finally, a proper Raptors matchup, and we're still dominating, and this is going to be the ultimate test. If we can perform against these teams in the regular season, it's not going to tell us everything about what's going to happen in the playoffs, but in saying that, it's, a reminder of how good we can be, and it's also very confidence instilling, I guess you could say. It gives me a lot more belief supporting them. Siakam from the inbounds is going to test KD. Kick out to Koloko, who shoots a 3. That's an interesting and bold play. And the Nets think that's off the Raptors. The amount of times we don't win those, that is so off Toronto, man. The amount of times we get stitched up in that situation where it looks like it's gone off a Raptors hand, every single time, they always get the benefit of the doubt. Koloko travelled. Since JV has taken over, Nets have been 4th in defensive rating. 100%. It's been a revelation. That's been a huge part as to why we've been able to resurrect that awful start to the season. Kyrie, looking for an option. He's got Clax there waiting. KD's going to get the handoff. No, he's not. Joe, 1-2 with Clax. The give and go and the strong take by Claxton on the inside. 21-10. Siakam now trying to post up Joe Harris. Help defense arrives by Claxton. A little bit mixed up here. The Raptors, they had 2 open on the weak side and unfortunately didn't capitalize. Joe did not shoot the 3. He's going to get the 1-2. Royce catch and shoot 3. Yes! The shots are falling. We are absolutely looking brilliant early. 14-point lead, and we've just overtaken the halfway point of the first quarter. Koloko to Scotty. The screen arrives, and now the switch. Claxton closes out the pass. He's got to hand it to Siakam. Step back mid-range. That's off. Royce with the rebound. KD to Kyrie. He's going to not shoot the pull-up 3 to Royce. And now he can pass it back to him. Extra feed. Joe wide open. Yes! Oh my God, Joe. It's so good to see. Joey buckets, man. Joe's got 11 in the first quarter. And then Koloko wasn't even looking at the ball carrier. Nearly a turnover. Van Vliet tries to drive on Kyrie. Good help defense. He's trapped under the basket. Still puts up a shot and misses the layup. KD. Kyrie. Back to KD, and we'll slow things down. As much as we don't want to do that right now. Riding the wave. KD. Extra pass to Clax. It was a bit lofted, and he's gotten fouled by Siakam. So 4:44 to play in the first quarter, and the lead is 27-10. 17 points the margin. Joey Buckets. Come on. I've got a beaming smile on my face from this first quarter, apart from that Claxton free throw, which was a miss. But look, it's not like Joe didn't know what he was doing wrong. He gets a round of applause from the crowd, and rightfully so. Excellent minutes. 11 points, not one miss from the field. Mate, this is unbelievable. Claxton makes number 2 from the line. It's unbelievable. So Scotty Barnes guarded on the perimeter by Sumner very closely. Driving kick. Oh my god, I lost my voice. Gary Trent, step back 3. Misses the jumper. Bit to the left. We can get the lead to 20. Clax! Oh! Tried the alley-oop, KD. Passed it from the 3-point line. Then Scotty Barnes misses the layup. And now we've got a foul. And it's going to Brooklyn. Siakam is upset. I think that's his second foul. KD needs to shoot some threes, come on. Well, for the sake of your bet, yes. But if this game gets away from them very early, you're not going to get those 3-pointers. Siakam remains in on 2 fouls. TJ Warren's back, baby. I forgot about this guy, given our head start. A solid 18-point head start, you know. This is the perfect environment for him to come in. Not really any pressure to perform early on. We've got a little bit of a buffer. So 28-10. The defense has been exceptional. Morris is in. TJ's in. Seth Curry is in. KD remains in. And Sumner is also in. KD drives and scores. No resistance in the paint. And obviously the Raptors are missing some key pieces in Achua and someone else. Sumner with the steal! Bro, this is ridiculous. KD now with it. We're going to slow the play down. No rush. KD, one-on-one with Trent. Sumner to Morris. He can skip past it across the court to Seth. Warren, good ball fake. Shoots the 2. Yes! Got it! Uh-huh. Let's go, dude. I got a beaming smile on my face. 22 points up. 32-10. I am ecstatic with this start. I did not expect this one bit out the gate. And this is not even with our full team. It is just... This is probably the best Nets basketball you're going to witness. I always seem to mix 2 words together and it sounds really dumb. So TJ scores that one on the baseline or in the corner. And, wow. What a start, people. What a start. Let's have a look at the box score. I actually want to see the box score for once. Look at their shooting. I'm not even going to show you anything about the Raptors except the shooting splits, because this tells a story. 2 of 16 from the field, man. This is unbelievable. And then you look at the Nets, bro. KD's got 6. We've scored 32 already. Joe's got 11. TJ scores his first bucket. Look at the shooting, though. Royce hasn't missed. KD hasn't missed. Joe's missed or hasn't missed. Kyrie's only missed once. And then you've got, obviously, the handy 2 points off the bench. And you can see the shooting. Look at that. We haven't missed a 3. And we've shot it 5 times. We're shooting 80% from the field, man. We've had 10 assists already. Everything is going right at the moment. And another thing, the turnover number. Let's have a look at how many how many turnovers we have, which is 2, and have a look at their turnover count. If I can get it across there. Their turnover count is 3. I thought it was more drastic than that, but it's just really... Look at this. KD's plus 22 in the first quarter. I mean, that makes sense. He's been on the court the entire time, but you get the gist of things. This is an absolute demolition job, and this happened last game as well for Toronto. That has to be a huge red flag, man. Because, mate, they were down 27 at halftime against New Orleans last game. Something's going horribly wrong at Toronto at the moment. 10 assists and 10 rebounds already and 100% from 3. It is, yeah, basically the dream. The dream. This is the dream, people. Ignatius, hope you're doing well, my friend. And right now, it is way too lopsided. This is an unbelievable start. Thad Young is in the game. So is Gary Trent and Hernan Gomez. Young tries to take Morris off the dribble, and Thad Young scores a very tough shot. A nice little hook shot from about 10 feet out. Celtics next game. KD needs to rest up. It's going to be a good one. Yep, 100% agreed. Big test. Big test. Warren's going to get it here. He hands it off to KD in the corner. They're playing a bit of zone Toronto. And it's going to be a turnover. Excellent. Gary Trent is just going to dunk that one down. And immediately they employ a zone and we cannot work shit out. I think Nick Nurse would have given him a right old rev up. Because they need that right now. And Seth Curry travelled. So we were doing well, and they've gone on a cheeky little 4-0 run. A couple turnovers in the blink of an eye. Whoops. Sorry about the mic. You may have felt that. Hernan Gomez for 3. They knocked the 3 down. So they've had a cheeky little 7-0 run in 1 minute. KD dribbled it off his foot. What are you doing? Oh my god, we're living on the ropes right now. Sumner. Warren. Kick out. Morris, do not shoot that. Morris lost his dribble. And now Warren, the bench unit, is doing a lot for the Raptors. And we are forced into a timeout. And that is the right move. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It did not look like we were going to get anything remotely good up. In the remaining 5 seconds, so a timeout is sensible. We need a little bit of calm. Yeah. A little bit of calm would be lovely at the moment. Oh, man. What a heart stopper. So, 1:53 to play in the quarter. It is imperative we close out this quarter strong. The 7-0 run was a little bit of a minor setback. But, you know, plenty of time to rectify that pretty mediocre last minute. So we need a strong 2 minutes to close out. Just keep it at 15. Don't let them get it back into single digits after we have played such a, you know, an exceptional first quarter, I just have to say. I mean, you can't put it any other way. You can't twist it any other way. The defense was awesome. The last couple shots they've made, the bench unit, so he is hoping that they don't keep that up and, you know, we lock it down a little bit more. Curry's going to have to get the ball in. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Turnover. The intensity has just lifted. Jacques Vaughn was absolutely in the shits on the bench, wondering what the fuck was that, and now the Raptors have another chance to cut the lead more. Boucher shoots the 2. It bounced off the rim twice, and then Warren keeps it in as he was falling out of play. Sumner, all the way, and one! Edmund Sumner off the glass. The acceleration to the basket was way too rapid for anyone to keep up, and it's going to be another chance at an extra point for Edmund. Went through the contact. And Sumner, who's shooting it at about 94% from the line on the season, you could already know that, or you already knew that he was gonna score that, and then draws a foul as Hernan Gomez picks up the offensive foul after Scotty Barnes was just trying to get through the half court or the back court. So ball is inbounded and Seth Curry is handling the ball. KD going to set the screen. Curry's going to shoot the 3, and he nearly scored that. It looked pretty in line. Gary Trent going to find Thad Young in the post on Warren. Warren with the steal. 3-on-1, 3-on-2, whatever you want to say. Warren got blocked awfully by Chris Boucher. That's an excellent defensive possession. Excellent defensive possession by Boucher. They were outnumbered. The problem is, our numbers, we needed to spread to the corners. All three of us went to the right under the basket. Morris knocks down a 3. And you know it's all going right when your boy Markieff Morris is knocking down 3s like they're nothing. Sumner with great harassment defensively. Another steal by Sumner, and he is fouled. What's going on? Scotty Barnes was fairly forceful, and Sumner said, "Where is my flagrant foul?" Because he got proper shoved. Scotty Barnes seemed to, put a bit of hip and shoulder into it. We're going to get a stoppage. And, Edmund Sumner, is absolutely lethal defensively. I don't even know if you can be, but the guy is just so active, so undisciplined, and still impacts us so much on that side. Like, the Raptors can't even get into a possession because he is just harassing whoever the primary ball handler is. He's got like 3 steals in the quarter. His pace is worrying. His energy is worrying for defenses. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We're back for that big game. Nets versus Celtics. I don't think we've scored 40 on the year. It's a flagrant foul. We're getting free throws and ball, baby. Woo! I mean, everything is going right now. The lead could be 25 at quarter time. And I could not recall, to tell you the truth, the last time this was the case. So Scotty Barnes with a very undisciplined play. Sumner's going to get free throws, and we're going to get the ball as well. Sumner, who's an excellent free throw shooter, misses the first one. We have 2 good bench guard options in Cam offensively and Sumner defensively. Well, you're forgetting Seth Curry as well there. Seth Curry can score 25 on a given night. Any given night. So, 39-17. And the ball is inbounded for Seth Curry. Screen by KD. Seth Curry. No look to Warren. Didn't shoot the 3 wide open. Sumner in the corner. Off the dribble. Takes it all the way. And he scores it. He got the bounce as well. And Sumner, man, is just contributing in all the right ways. That's the most points in any quarter this year. 41. Gary Trent guarded closely. Sumner is going to get pinged for a foul, a reach, or maybe it's Seth Curry, one or the other. They were both playing excellent defense. And look, that 7-0 run could have brought them back in. But to our credit, we've absolutely shut them out since that point and gone on a 9-0 run of our own. So Morris will head to the bench for this last defensive possession. Curry will go to the bench. Clax and Royce in for defensive purposes. And Boucher will retrieve the inbounds, and now Van Vliet will slow things down. So Van Vliet, the screen, and now Warren's going to guard him on the outside. Van Vliet going to shoot the three. That's well short. Royce with the good box out. KD, 1 second. Sumner got it off. Oh! I think it would have been off anyway. Or like it wouldn't have counted anyway, but let's have a look. I take back what I said earlier about this being a close game. Yeah, this is very, very surprising to say the least. 24 points up at quarter time. When was the last time you could say that about a Nets outfit? Curry is guaranteed to play. I was talking about options because Cam and Sumner have got DMPs before. Yeah. No, that's a good point you make. It's just really speaking volumes about our depth. You know, the depth is definitely not lacking, and this shows a lot. I mean, we don't even have Ben or Utah, and we're doing this. Like, they're being forced into so many bad shots. Look at the... Well, I just want to show you how many steals and blocks. You're seeing KD with the block, Royce with the steal, Clax with the block. You're seeing Sumner with 2 steals, and Warren with 1. So everyone's really chipping in. And the turnovers, well, we've had 4, but the Raptors have had 6. And they're pretty much specialists in forcing turnovers. So we've done pretty well. 5 of 21 from the field for the Raptors. I mean, that's just wonderful, eh? Only 7 rebounds in that quarter for the Raps. We've had 12. Been to the free throw line 8 times. 75% from the field. Have only missed 1 of our 7 threes. It's all going right. It is all going right. And you look at the scoring distribution, and I mean, everyone has scored except Seth Curry, who's taken only 1 shot. This is just wonderful basketball. There's nothing ill-worded I could say about the team after 1, which I don't think has ever happened in the history of me streaming games. Alrighty. So second quarter about to get underway. We can't get killed in the rebounding stat when we shoot so well. 100%. Oh, play resumed. Shit. So Van Vliet is back in. It's Joe, Clax, Kyrie, Seth, and Royce on the floor. Anunoby, Van Vliet, Siakam, Trent, and Birch in the game for the Raps. Do they get the offensive board? No, they don't. This is wonderful basketball at the moment. Ken Birch in the game for his first minutes. I would sense they're trying to get some offensive rebounds out of him. Clax looking for an option. He's going to take Birch off the dribble, then get held up. Kick out to Irving. Screen arrives by Royce. Kyrie going to take it all the way. Alley-oop for Clax. 26 points up. Siakam. Now with the post up on Royce. Kyrie trying to come in for the steal. Good help defense. Siakam forced into a Really irrational shot, but he's going to get the benefit of the doubt with free throws. So good, the offense right now, man. The ball is popping. It's lovely to see. We're a minute elapsed in this second quarter. The lead is 26. Mr. Whammy is around, and he nearly forced a miss. So, 43-18. 11:02 to play. First quarter. Second. What am I talking about? I wish I could go back to that first quarter and relive it all. Siakam makes both. So 11 minutes to play in the second. 24 points up. It has been all Nets, all good offense. Claxton with the Euro, scores off the glass. I mean, what is going on? What universe am I living in? We have 45 points already. Siakam, guarded on the perimeter by Clax, and another foul. Whoops. Oh, I completely stopped the clock and didn't realise it. So we'll get it back realigned. So Siakam on the baseline. Kick out to an Anunoby. Extra feed Trent. Trent misses the three. And we're going to get a foul going the other way to Brooklyn after Royce O'Neal had an excellent box out attempt under the basket. So what is going on? Siakam's already got 3 fouls. I think they're just going into it thinking, look, if Siakam fouls out, then so be it. We need to get back in this game. It's not worth him sitting on the bench and rotting away. Kyrie pulls up for 2 and makes it there as well. What on earth is going on? 28 points up. Van Vliet, Anunoby, drive, good Euro, missed the layup, gets the rebound and puts it up and in for 2. So finally a bucket for the Raptors in the field. Kyrie shows the full face of the ball and then the soft floater off the glass. We've got a foul and Siakam is a bit dazed. He's hit the deck pretty firmly. Let me go back to the main overlay. Let's have a look. Gee, Royce took a ride on the scorer's table or where all the technological equipment is. He's picked up his 3rd foul in very quick time, so we have a bit more luxury here. We can send Royce to the bench and bring in TJ. So, awesome. Trent. Oh, nearly a steal or a turnover for the Raps, one or the other. Van Vliet gets to the paint and scores for 2 without any concern for defenders being in his way. So, Raptors getting a little bit of offense going. Curry tripped over, and I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but whatever. Gee, that is a blocking foul on Joe Harris, but he did get absolutely cleaned up. Gets up relatively quickly. Yeah, Joe just moved out the way. He probably should have stayed aligned and he would have gotten the charge. Obviously, Anunoby is a bit of a freight train coming through, so you don't really want to get in his way. Free throw 1 is good for Anunoby. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to let us know. Drop a like. And if you're new around here, we're back in a couple days for Nets Celtics. So make sure to be tuned in for that and subscribe if you want to stay notified. Free throw is made by Anunoby, so he goes perfect. That is the only part of their offense that is working at the moment. Free throws. Kyrie, screen by Clax. Kyrie, Off the glass. Oh my goodness. What a work of art. The high arcer off the glass. Now Birch. Good slip to the basket. And he scores for 2. Kyrie scored the 3-pointer after the whistle was blown, just to really quantify how ridiculous we're playing right now. Nick Nurse has picked up a technical. This really just sums up what's going on here right now. So Kyrie with the free throw, ball in his faithful hands. If that makes any sense. Nick Nurse is in absolute shock. I was thinking about going to this game, kind of regret it. Well, yeah, you probably wish you were. You were at the venue, because the Barclays Center is absolutely buzzing. Nets are putting on an absolute clinic. Kyrie pulls up for 3. It's off. TJ, good offensive board. Lost it though. Got it back. Kick out of Seth. TJ drives baseline. Oh! How did he get that up and in? Van Vliet, good finger roll. Quick response. But TJ, how did he have that hang time? Falling away. Oh my god. Clax takes Birch off the dribble again. So much confidence with this team right now. Van Vliet, good. Ball fake. And the short jumper is good. And we got a timeout. So the Raptors, I mean, their offense is pretty good this quarter. 14 points in 4 minutes. The problem, they have barely reduced the lead, if at all. They still cannot get a stop for their life. We have 56 points in under 16 minutes of action. Like, that is unbelievable. We're on track for about 140. I mean, put your thoughts in the chat. Seriously, this is an absolute joke. This is a joke, man. Look at the box score. I mean, Kyrie's got 12. Joe's got 11. Clax is 9. Royce is 5. KD's got 6. Look at the efficiency in which TJ's got 4. Looks like hasn't skipped a beat. Morris hit a 3 to put it all into perspective. Sumner's got 6 and has picked up a couple steals. I mean, everything's going right. The shooting, we're shooting it at 75% from both marks. I mean, that is unbelievable. And then you look at the Raps, who have, helped their shooting splits, but in the second quarter. But granted, you couldn't have gone much worse than how they did in the first quarter, and all their offense has really been through Van Vliet in this second quarter. He's the guy that's made the most field goals. Siakam's only made 1 field goal, and that was the very first bucket of the game for him. So, man, it is unbelievable what we are witnessing right now. Unbelievable. I'm just in an absolute state of shock. How is this happening, man? Good start for TJ. Hope he keeps it up. His scoring's been good. It looks like he hasn't really missed a beat at all. And it's such a good sign when he can just seemingly mesh without any form of ramp up or anything. So 8 minutes to play in this second quarter. There's a long way to go in this game, and we've already seen so much occur. I mean, KD will probably only need 30 minutes, if not less. Warren gets it from the inbounds. Lost it. Get it over. Clax. Kyrie, look at the pace! Oh, we've got a foul on Siakam again. KD is just in awe of what he's seeing. Everyone is loving it. Siakam's already got 4 fouls in the game. Let's have a look at the call. That is not a foul. That is not a foul. You know it's a good day when I'm disagreeing with calls that actually benefit us. So we got another timeout as the Raptors challenge this. They've got absolutely nothing to lose in this game. I mean, in the context of them winning, this is a big challenge. Siakam picking up his 4th foul, 2 points that you basically need to prevent because your defense has been so bad in the season. Now look, I don't want to count my chickens too early because the problem with this is the Brooklyn Nets have been renowned to choke leads. And in a past life where it was like, you know, the days of D'Lo and Spence and whatnot, games like this that you choke were regular. We would choke 25-point leads for fun. I mentioned a few days ago there was a game where we were up 7 on the Grizzlies. The call on the floor stands. It's going to be free throws. I don't know how that call stood. But we had a 7-point lead with 30 seconds left and managed to lose off the back of that. So I don't want to get carried away too early, but Siakam's already on 4 fouls. So once Siakam goes, I remember the Grizzlies game, actual pain. I'll never forget the 4-point play from a Jaren Jackson 3. That is enough to make a grown man cry. Just the sheer inadequacy of that team in clutch situations, or, you know, the final 2 minutes was just a joke. That, and then we couldn't get the ball inbounded, and then they scored another 3-pointer. And randoms would always just randomly catch fire. And that was before the Grizzlies were actually good. They had Mike Conley, Valanciunas there, Jackson there. You know. Man, Siakam, 4 fouls in a half. I mean, he's going to have to be on the bench. They're going to be more aggressive with him. I think even if he has 4 fouls, they're just going to try play him and that's it. Like, when you're down so much, like, there is a lot of incentive to just play your best team and see if you can get back in the game and slowly creep back into the contest. But at the moment, I mean, it just doesn't even look remotely close, that the prospect of that happening. Anunoby in the post, at the elbow, tries to take on Joe Harris and then passed it straight to Scotty Barnes, who was not ready, and another turnover for Toronto. I mean, when you're down this much, you cannot afford to do simple stuff like that. Kyrie to Warren, handoff to Joe. He's got TJ wide open, pulls up for a midi, and scores, man. Bro, he looks like he has not skipped a beat. Falling away, he was perfectly aligned with the rim. The camera had a wonderful, wonderful view of it. Barnes posts up Harris. Barnes tries to shoot the push shot and missed it. Bro, Kyrie is playing with so much pace. Kyrie, quick pass. Warren! Oh my god, the Raptors, everything is going wrong. They had 2 go for the offensive board, and both of them couldn't secure it. So 60-31, and we still have 7 minutes left in the quarter. At this rate, we're scoring 85 in the first quarter, or first half. Why do I have so much difficulty saying first quarter, first half, second quarter, second half, third quarter, fourth quarter. I don't know why. I guess the sheer happiness I'm feeling is making me not think straight right now. Seth Curry, drive, pull up for 2, and he knocks it down. We literally have double their score halfway through the second quarter. This is with KD having 2 field goal attempts and 6 points. I know. It's everyone contributing and playing with a level of confidence I've never seen before. Just no hesitation. I mean, Claxton is taking it off the dribble. Sumner is playing with pace. Joe is shooting threes at every opportunity he gets. TJ doesn't look like he's been injured for 2 years. You know, everything is going perfectly well. Barnes, extra feed. Hernan Gomez blocked under the basket. Curry. Okay, they defended that well. Kyrie, catch and shoot 3! Oh my god. This is a joke. This is a joke. Kyrie is going to get picked up with the foul. Or picks up the foul. What is going on? It's 34 points in the second quarter, man. Bring in the fucking reserves early. Free throws for Barnes, and Mr. Whammy is very powerful. Barnes misses free throw 1. This is the Nets everyone expected with the offensive power we have. This is the ceiling. Granted, it's not going to happen every game. Barnes missed both free throws. They're literally full court pressing. Kyrie! One-man offense. Kick out to Curry. Pull up 2 is off. Warren gets the board. Seth Curry, second chance. Kick out. Warren. Kyrie. Passing around the perimeter. Curry! Oh my god, hit the fucking side of the backboard, man. That was too good to be true. Oh, and then Toronto. Scotty Barnes just threw it to someone who was 10 feet tall. Unfortunately, they don't possess that kind of power. Warren! Another offensive rebound! He's got 3 of those in the game already. Jesus Christ. We're up 36 now. With 5:20 to play. We're going to have 85 points in the quarter. Scotty Barnes is MKG 2.0. No, he's not. He's got a bit more shooting ability. Give some respect. Actually, no. Give some respect to Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. What a terrible comparison. Van Vliet misses a free throw from the line. And Cam Thomas is getting minutes. KD's coming in. I mean, we are seriously just wanting to put this game to bed at halftime, aren't we? Warren, Clax, and Curry go to the bench, all putting in very respectable minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support. Van Vliet makes the second free throw. Dollar brand MKG, yeah, basically. Kyrie gets fouled by Van Vliet, who's trying to go in for a steal. I want to see 80.5. I want to see 90.5, man. We got 5 minutes to score 20 points. At this rate, we'll get it. Kyrie, looking for an option. Gets it into Sumner. We're shooting 70%. I mean, this is not going to be sustainable, but wow. KD can't even get the ball. Cam, going to drive on Hernan Gomez. Kick out. Morris, top of the key. So KD guarding Van Vliet on the perimeter very closely. Koloko fakes the handoff, tries to get into the paint, missed it badly, and now we get the rebound. Irving, oh, the pass was a skimmer, and Sumner couldn't quite get down to get the ball there. All smiles, though, on the court right now. Loving the energy. 67-32. This is a blowout. And then some. Van Vliet, drive on Irving. Extra feed, Koloko. Off the glass, he got it. That's a good high percentage bucket for Toronto. But that has been very few and far between for them. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Kyrie cross. Cam. KD. To Cam. Extra feed. Sumner in the corner. Gets past the closeout. Kick out again. One more. Shooter Cam. Oh! Cam with the high floater as the shot clock expires. Unbelievable. Van Vliet kick out to Boucher, and that's a very nice looking jump shot from the corner. 69-37. Kyrie looking for an option. Sumner, dribble drive, kick out to Cam, who nearly lost it through the hands. Still retained it. Step back three. What are you doing, Cam? Step back three ain't good. Pass the ball, Cam. Gee, Van Vliet killed KD. Whoa! KD, excellent recovery, but unfortunately just an extra reinforcement under the rim for the Raptors. Sumner's going to get an open three. Missed that. That's poor defense by Toronto. Too busy complaining on one end. Barnes takes it all the way and dunks it down and one. And we've got to be careful we don't take the foot off the gas now. Last couple of possessions, we have not been set up very disengaged defensively. And, disengaged defensively the last couple of possessions. It's just been a runway to the basket for Toronto. And the free throw by Scotty is off. He's missed every single free throw at the line today. So KD gets blitzed very far away. Joe, extra pass. Cam gets past closeout. Extra feed again. Morris, floater. He didn't even touch the rim, which is depressing. Barnes again. He had Van Vliet. We're going to get a foul on Joe Harris. It's going to be shots for Scotty again. And granted, I don't think he wants to shoot free throws with the current form he's on. So the first shot for Scotty. And that is the first free throw for Scotty Barnes made. And for perspective, the Raptors last time out against the Pelicans, they were also down 27 points at halftime. Raptors on a little run, 12-2 run in the last couple minutes, and another turnover. Van Vliet, Boucher, wide open look, nope. Van Vliet misses the three badly. KD strong board. Gets it to Joe quickly. He could have shot the three, but instead he's going to give it back to KD. The trusting hands. Oh, what a cross. The two is off. We need to move the ball a little bit more. There's another bucket. Nope. Just a wide open layup missed by the Raptors. Joe, no hesitation. He's got another three. Joey buckets, man. Unbelievable. He has not missed today. Barnes step back two, doesn't pass it, and he scores anyway. So, say what you want about the Raptors' offense on that possession, but they still scored. KD, get it across halfway, please. Thank you. KD, kick out. Joe, beautiful pass cross court. Sumner, no three-pointer. Van Vliet. Barnes, he's got an extra pass in the corner. Nope, he doesn't use it. Can't get the offensive board, but Koloko does. And we're going to get a foul. And 1. There's some random dude on the sideline that's wearing Koloko merch. And respect. Respect. So 25 points is the margin. The offense has dried up a little bit. The defense has also dried up a little bit. The intensity has gone down partially in the last couple of minutes. And it's imperative we close the quarter out with positivity. They've gotten quite a few opportunities at the line in the last few minutes. So I think the main point of focus is just, keeping them off there. Koloko makes the shot, and they've, to their credit, scored a solid 30 this quarter, so they're trying to just hang around enough. Kyrie, he's got Joe, nice behind the back. Joey buckets! That one was more contested, and that one was short on the 3. Anunoby muscles his way to the basket. We're going to get free throws on it. So a couple shots for OG Anunoby. So now the lead at its highest was like 30 something. Free throw 1 is good. Can't take our foot off the gas and be complacent. It's very easy to do so in this situation, but free throw is off again. So 18-5 run in the last 5 minutes. We've scored 5 points in 5 minutes. There you go. We got one look at it. I've lost my voice already. 12 seconds to play. Kyrie, 1-on-1. Stops. Step back 2. That is not the shot. We've gone away from that quick ball movement. Koloko's 3 is well off. And that is the half. The lead was as large as 36. And the lead is now 23. So just for perspective, that is how quickly a game can change. You can shave 13 points off the lead in 5 minutes. Basketball's a strange game. It is a game of runs. Got to be careful we aren't complacent in this scenario. But if we look at the box score, you will see the Raptors are in, well, a little bit of strife. Barnes is their highest scorer with 11, which I find amazing, given it's really felt like he's been pretty awful. Apart from that, they're not shooting the ball very well. But they did improve significantly on the first quarter, where they were, well, they only scored 17 points in the first, and they actually outscored us in the second. After we went on a pretty good run early in the second quarter. But yeah, if you want to see the full thing, this is what it's looking like at the moment. They've gone 10 deep, and you can see that's the shooting. It's not great at all. Only 6 assists. They've had a lot of shots at the free throw line. Yeah, apart from that, it's not really happening for them. The Nets, though. KD has only got 6 points in this game, which is baffling. Royce O'Neal's got 5. Kyrie's got 17. Joe's got 14 as the 2 in double digits. But you can see on the bench, right at the bottom of your view right now, TJ's got 8 points. Sumner has 6. And then you've got scoring from everyone, which is awesome. And the shooting, well, it couldn't be at 70% forever. And that is now the shooting. The ball movement sort of slowed, but 19 dimes in a half is amazing. Now, the key is don't go away from that. In the back half of that second quarter, we scored 5 points in 5 minutes. Why is that? Well, primarily it's because we went away from good defense and ball movement. We got less stops, we got less turnovers, so there was less opportunity to break out and transition and score quick baskets early in the shot clock. There was a lot more isolation and a lot more of the ball being glued to one player. So we've got to be very mindful of that. Do not fall into the trap of doing exactly what we did in the last 5 minutes. If we do that the rest of the way and become comfortable with this lead, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. But obviously I'm not wishing upon that. I'm going to remain optimistic because this first half has been wonderful. And granted, I don't think I've ever seen the team play this well in a long time. It hasn't felt like a really good Nets team to watch in a long time. Nets got to play like this forever. Well, I wish, but unfortunately, that's wishing on something that is not quite possible. But what we're going to do is we're going to end this poll. And no, I'm not saying that the Nets are going to win. It's going to be a unanimous vote. I'm going to do not a poll, a Q&A. Who has been your player of the game so far? And we're going to do a few options. Okay. And you may have your reasons. Let me just have a look. And we're going to do a few. Okay, I'm interested to see your thoughts on this one. Who has been your player of the game so far? Let's have a look at it. I hope this carries over to the Celtics game. Definitely the team's going to be buzzing, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed a lot of confidence going into the next game. And, well, for the moment, if the lead stays the way it is, it's going to do nothing but bring good vibes. Yeah. Definitely going to bring some good vibes, and KD will be rested up, hopefully. Like, if we just pay attention quickly to the amount of minutes KD's got. He's got 17. I don't think he's going to play more than 30 minutes if we put this game to bed in the third quarter. There's just no need. There's no need for it. How many offensive boards does TJ Warren have? That's another question I want to ask. He's had 3 offensive boards on a good 4 of 8 shooting. It's been a solid game. It's been a very solid game. And currently you guys are saying Joey Buckets is the player of the game. Plus minuses, yeah, that's another good gauge. Cam Thomas is a -11. Do not play the man. TJ's a +13. Seth Curry's a +16, even though he's only scored 2 points. Clax, yeah, +28. Royce, +22. Joe, +20. Kai, +21. It's excellent. Turnover numbers also remain down, even though they got back in the game somewhat. 7 turnovers is less than what we had in the first. Well, we had 3 that quarter, 4 in the first. The Raps, they had 8 turnovers, so we probably need to force a couple more. We would have been on pace to do it a little bit better if, they didn't get on a bit of a late quarter run. but they did have a couple runs, one at the start and one at the end of the second quarter. So we did well to respond in the middle portion, but we've got to, snap out of whatever the hell we were doing at the end of that quarter and go back to the winning ways that we were resorting to with the first quarter form and whatnot. So the Raptors, I mean, yeah, they are not playing well. What is wrong with them right now? I have no idea. It's them. The Bulls are in a spot of bother at the moment. The Bulls, the Heat are 10-12, and granted they've had some tough opponents, but still, man, they should not be the 11th seed right now. The Pacers are still playing well, very well. They're the 4 seed, enjoying life. They've got a decent roster, probably one that should have been tanking, but here we are. And then on the western side, the Pels are a third. The Clippers, I swear to God, did not have a better record than the Kings, but here we are. The Jazz have fallen off somewhat. The Warriors are back after their very slow start. Minnesota are 11-11, and I feel like I've heard a lot of crap being thrown towards them. And despite that, they're at 500. So if it's all these like growing pains they're experiencing, then it's probably good for them that they are remaining afloat in a time of struggle. Blazers are 11-11. I thought they were better than that as well, given they started really well. They're 2-8 in their last 10, so that says a lot. The Mavericks are under 500, and apart from Luka, it's pretty touch and go with a lot of their players. OKC are 9-13. I didn't expect that to happen, but with a guy like Shea who is playing so well right now, I mean, you'd probably expect them to, start winning a few more games. And with some other players growing into their craft as well. The Lakers are 8-12. They've been much better recently, but they're actually beating the Bucks right now, I think. And then the Spurs are probably the worst team in the league. I mean, their last 10 games would suggest, given they've only won one of. How am I saying the Nets need to play better? I'm saying the Nets need to play better because they were on pace for about 85 points in the first half. And then went back to ISO ball and we scored 5 points in 5 minutes. And let the Raptors back in. They've gone on like a 20-5 run or something along those lines. So we've got to be very conscious of not letting them back in and continuously taking the foot off the gas. Where's Utah? Injured with a hamstring strain. So that is the problem. I mean, that's the biggest problem. Players are out and not enjoying themselves in a game like this where you can, all it is all smiles. So we've got to, unfortunately, they're going to be merely spectators, but make sure to put your votes in as to who has been the player of the game so far. You were saying Joey Buckets at the moment. The poll's also suggesting that you're overlooking Sumner, who has been awesome apart from his shooting. Did make a couple shots and then missed a few onwards. But if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're back in a couple days for Nets Celtics. So if you want to hang around for that and be notified, make sure to do that. You know what to do, man. You know what to do. But right now, it's all smiles. It is all smiles in the Nets building. So, Tyrese Halliburton for MIP. I've got him in fantasy. He's been so good. I think he actually was the first in God knows how long to have 3 straight games where he had like 40 assists and not one turnover across the course. So he's been a revelation for Indiana and probably a reason why they're playing so well. as so far as a quarter into the season. The Nets don't have discipline on defense, boxing out, rebounding, and defending the three. Well, today, defending the three, tick. Boxing out, probably not. But in the first half, it was much, much better. We looked much more stronger on the interior. So yeah, look, I can't complain. Obviously, a 23-point lead. You take that and you run. It doesn't matter how much you win by. It just matters you get the victory. And at the moment, obviously, we're in a prime position to get the job done in that department. But as I've constantly preached the entirety of the second quarter, do not take your foot off the gas and become complacent. That is all I have to say. Around the grounds, the Hornets have 107 on the Wizards already, and I don't know how that's happened. Please tell me that Mason Plumlee hasn't had a good game. 15.6 rebounds. Okay, that's not awful. Atlanta are beating Denver. Boston up on Miami. Cleveland beating Orlando. The Lakers are beating Milwaukee at halftime. The Grizzlies up on Philly. The Pels up on the Spurs, unsurprisingly. And we've still got a few games to go. Houston, Phoenix, Indiana, Utah. That's an excellent game. And Chicago, Golden State. Two teams that are performing unders at the moment. So we'll just get the clock reset for the third quarter. And please, I don't know why I'm holding a pencil, but third quarter is about to get underway. Let me just get the primary overlay back up. Get those numbers out of the way. And I just knocked the microphone again. That's excellent work by me. Alrighty. I love how basically the sideline reporter for the Nets is basically echoing what I've said about the complacency. Put me on the Nets network. I just clocked that. TJ Warren outscored Kevin Durant in the first half. Bloody hell. Alrighty. Third quarter, baby. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread, man. 2 quarters to get the job done. The third quarter begins in the hands of Fred Van Vliet, or as Flight would say, Fred Valet. Here he is. High arcing 3. That doesn't even hit the rim. And we're already off and running. KD, Royce, Joe, back to Royce. Now KD. Passing around the perimeter is good. Kyrie, good defense by Van Vliet. Royce, KD, Joe in the other corner. They cover it pretty well. Joe gets past the closeout. Kyrie wide open 3. That's a good look. So we've cooled off a little bit since the first half. What the fuck is KD doing? He just got blown by way too easily, and I've noticed that a couple times in this game. It's just been a couple times where Toronto have effortlessly blown right past him, and it's allowed an easy bucket, an easy layup. KD, bounce pass to Kyrie. Looking. Royce. Very late in the shot clock. You got to shoot it, Royce. 1. Oh, layup is no good. Scotty Barnes pushing the pace. Lost the ball. Retrieved it and then bounced it on the sideline. Another unprovoked turnover. So 10:40 to play. Take KD out. He's probably tied. Look, we're gonna put it away in the first 6 minutes, and then we can rest him up. If the game's big enough in the third quarter, or the margin is big enough at 3-quarter time, there's no incentive to play him in the last quarter. KD, jump shot, off the catch, good. So look, I reckon if he can get like a solid 5 to 10 points in this quarter. That should probably do enough. Anunoby with a little bit of a push off, but it's going to count anyway for 2. Muscles his way to the basket. Kyrie, drive and kick. Royce catch and shoot. That's off. So Siakam, we've got to attack Siakam, I do think. 4 fouls. Siakam misses the 2, didn't even hit the basket. Another good defensive play by KD. He's going to shoot a 3, and that's off. Oh, gee, it bounced high in the air off the back of the rim and missed. Van Vliet, no look to Barnes in the corner. Got it by Royce, tries to go down the middle. Then he posts up and got through, and that was way too easy. So the lead is under 20. And it hasn't been down at this margin since very early in the second quarter. O'Neal to KD. Screen by Clax. KD pull up for 2 is good. So we've just got to keep this stable. This margin I'm very comfy with. If it gets under 15, then it starts to get a little bit dicey. Siakam takes Kyrie off the dribble. No contest. No help defense. Lost my voice again. And it is 76-57. Irving drive. Pull up for 2 at the elbow. That's off. You got to move the ball, man. Where's the offense of the first quarter? Van Vliet. Why is Siakam under the basket on Joe Harris with 18 seconds left in the shot clock? Man. Like, how did that switch happen so early? That is the characteristic of when the games get close. That's what always seems to happen. We always switch and get very comfy with switching. And are very happy to have mismatches under the basket, which against guys like Siakam, he is going to punish. So, second free throw for Siakam after he made the first is good. And the lead is 17. Do not get comfortable. KD. Joe, he's got an open look. Oh my god, the shots are not falling this quarter. I can safely say that. So now Siakam. Post up on Joe. Shoots the 2. It's off. And the Nets. Kyrie. KD, catch. Doesn't use Royce in the corner. They cover that pretty well. KD is fouled heavily by Anunoby. And obviously no luxury for the Raptors to challenge at anything they feel was an ill-advised foul by the refs. So it will be free throws for Kevin. And look, if we can just... We just need to reinforce the lead. The defense has really fallen out the window in the last... Yeah. Since the 5-minute mark of the quarter, KD didn't get enough lift on that shot. So splits the pair. And 18-point game. The game is not over. Long, long way to go. Scotty Barnes, excellent play. Joe... I mean, Jacques Vaughn is not happy with that. He's going to call a timeout. That was a well set up play by the Raptors, and they are just hanging around. It's 77-59. Just under 5 minutes have elapsed in this quarter. And I can't say I'm comfortable with this. Cannot say I'm comfortable with this. Um, alrighty. Oh man, I don't like this. I do not like this. Alrighty. I'm not going to look at the box score yet. I don't want to do that to myself. Okay. Yeah, right now the defense is not looking very firm. The shooting also seems like the shots are there, but the execution is not the same as it was in the quarter, or in the first quarter, sorry. Someone at the Nets game, please make a chant to have KD shoot threes. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. KD did shoot one, and it was off. He just looks a little bit more lethargic. Obviously, there was going to be a game where he was going to fall off a little bit. You know, absolutely scorching the last couple games. So right now, I think the focus is just find the open man. It's really that simple. It ain't rocket science. Joe's only missed 2 shots. 4 or 6 from 3. I mean, he's one guy you got to get the ball to. Anunoby's got free throws. We've just let him back in with the free throws, man. We did well keeping them off there for quite some time. Anunoby misses 1. But, yeah, they're getting a lot of open looks at the basket, which they weren't getting in the first quarter at all. They exceed 60. They're playing full court press. That is depressing. Royce gets it across halfway relatively easily. So Kyrie, they're playing with much more intensity defensively. KD shoots a 3, and he missed that one as well. Gotta drive it, man. We got so much success driving the ball. No. Siakam, spin move. Oh my god, another foul, man. They're slowly getting back into the game. We should not be choking a 36-point fucking lead, man. Just gone away from everything we did right. And I do not like how we've tried to force the ball to KD. It looks so natural in the first half because KD wasn't the default. And as much as KD is an excellent player, and you can be like, oh yeah, let me give KD the ball because we know he's not going to disappoint. At the same time, your offense just becomes so much more stagnant because you're trying to, force things. So 7 minutes to go, and we've seen the lead cut by 21. Kyrie off the window is good. Why do we stop going after Pascal? I have no idea. We haven't driven it to the basket enough. We've been settling for 3-pointers. See, this is the problem. They heard Dylan in the chat, and now they're just shooting an excessive amount of threes. Good defense. There's the help defense we had in the first quarter. Forces a stop. KD to Kyrie. And Kyrie's going to direct traffic at the logo. KD's going to get it now. Finds Joe in the corner. Extra feed Royce. Extra feed Kyrie. Get there! For fuck's sake. A turnover and a dunk. That is... We don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that. We don't know how to navigate the zone enough. Royce. KD. Is he going to shoot the three? No, he's not. He's going to find Kyrie. Good take. Shoots the two. He thought he was fouled. What are you doing? Van Vliet. Siakam for three. Missed it. Rebound Barnes. Kick out. Kyrie gets in the way. Turnover. Kyrie. Euro. Extra pass. KD. Finger roll. Got it. And that could have ended really poorly, but credit to us for just finding a way. And credit to Kyrie on that possession. He could have put up a really bad layup there, but just drew the defender, and then the rest was history. Scotty Barnes thought he took a shot, missed the shot, and now he's complaining to the ref. Kyrie, it's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Fred Valet. Kyrie, man, that was excellent. It was initially a 5-on-4 Toronto. Kyrie, I think, was trying to get there on offense and sort of jumped the gun a little bit, but it actually helped him in getting the steal, just creeping up behind Van Vliet. So Van Vliet's got 4 fouls, and he's going to go to the bench. So there's a couple players there that could potentially game break that are in a bit of foul trouble. Royce is a wide open three, and he knocks it down. That's shooting practice for Royce, and the lead is back up to 20. So these shots keep us a little bit more, a little bit more assured with the lead we currently have. Van Vliet in a switch with Clax, and now the switch. Siakam trying to take Clax off the dribble. It's good defense and another miss, but they get the board. It lands in Van Vliet's lap, and he also missed that as well. So their better players are actually letting them down at the moment. Oh, please, KD. Somehow saved it. Royce is going to be fouled. Siakam's picked up his 5th. That was a very, very, very ropes possession. KD trying to take Barnes off the dribble. They nearly got the steal. He fell to the floor. Got trapped, and somehow got the ball to Royce O'Neal over 2 defenders. And then Siakam slapped Royce in the face. So, what a terrible way to give up your 5th foul. And he's... Oh, and Siakam got a tech as well. So we're going to be getting a lot of free throws here. So 21 is the margin. And we're also going to get more free throws. No, we're not. It's going to be a side out. Joe, Royce. Beautiful passing fake. And he missed the 3. So Siakam's still in the game on 5 fouls. If he gets an offensive foul, he's done. Barnes, drive on KD. Shoots a little push shot. It's in. Excuse me. Alrighty. 3 minutes to play. Joe, Royce doesn't want to shoot the 3 this time. Kyrie. Got to be careful we don't turn the ball over with a shit screen or something like that. KD. Travelled. And what did I just say? Don't do anything stupid. And what do? We do something stupid. Typical jinx. So Sumner's going to come in for some energy. Hernan Gomez is going to come in for the Raps. Boucher is going to sit on the pine a little bit longer. Siakam will go to the bench. So there's a delay of game on the Raptors. I don't even know what that was for, but I'm awfully mystified by that call. Trent looking for a pass. Hernan Gomez now, tightly defended. Van Vliet. Good cross. Got past KD. Kyrie, good contest. KD with the rebound. Van Vliet not happy with no call. Kyrie. Step back mid-range. Got it. And we have a timeout. And, there's some interesting calls in this game. I could have argued that Van Vliet should have gotten a foul call, but look, is what it is. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support and subscribe to the show if you're new. We're back in a couple days for Nets Boston. Let's have a look at the box score. You can see the Raptors are still shooting pretty poorly, but their knack of getting to the free throw line has kept them alive in this contest. You can see... Actually, no, you can't see. Here we go. Scotty's got 15, Siakam 15. I mean, they've all been really, really inefficient, though. Their shooting's actually gone down in the quarter, and so has ours, but the importance was staying afloat. And KD scored a fair few points, which is good, in this quarter. Just beefs up his score a little bit. Royce has hit a couple three-pointers. Clax hasn't really done anything. Kyrie scored a couple as well. But aside from that, it's been pretty quiet on the scoring front for both teams in this third quarter in comparison to the first half. Both teams have not scored more than 17 each. So, yeah, we've just got to, as I said, not get too comfortable and just be really smart with it. No turnovers. Keep getting those defensive stops and capitalize. And also just make sure that you actually know where the players are. Just have a bit of awareness, game awareness. Don't try pull off a pass where there's clearly a player invading the passing lane, because we know what that usually results in. Off topic, what did you think of Jeremy Lin as an NBA player? I mean, I wasn't a Nets fan when he was playing for Brooklyn. Was I? No, I don't think I was. Well, actually, I may have, but he had that injury. He had that injury that kept him out pretty much the whole season. I think that was the year I started following the Nets more religiously. And what can you say? It was a shame, but the Linsanity days, I mean, I think the word to describe Jeremy Lin is resilient and a journeyman. He's been through a lot of shit on the court and off the court, so credit to him for the NBA career he's been able to craft, and also he's been a good ambassador for, the heritage he represents. So there's a number of things that he's been good for. Trent, kick out to Van Vliet, nearly a steal. Sumner overcommitted. And now we're playing a bit of zone. They nearly get the steal. Anunoby, good fight on the glass after KD forced the first miss. And another bucket for him. So 12 second chance points each. Warren has been a good source of our second chance points. He's in the game right now. KD to Kyrie's. Well, he's got Sumner in the corner. And he stood on the sideline or travelled, one or the other. But once again, those turnovers need to be avoided strictly. So Van Vliet is going to bring the ball up. Now Anunoby. Van Vliet fakes on the three. Good work by Kyrie in reading the alley-oop. We can get it ahead. Warren, excellent work. I still have a pencil in my hand. I don't know why. And that was a very nice play. And then Van Vliet just dribbled it out of bounds. Lost the handle. But yeah, that was a good feed by KD. Perfect for Warren to take it in full stride. And all he needed to do was just convert the opportunity from under the basket. And he's proven to be able to do that on a regular basis. A regular and reliable basis. Seth Curry. Give and go with Warren. And now Van Vliet's going to pick up his 5th foul. Seth Curry hit the deck after Van Vliet was a little bit over-aggressive. And now he's going to be playing in heavy foul trouble. They're not going to send him to the bench. And look, I like this by Nick Nurse. Because, yeah, you're just identifying that... No, Van Vliet's going to the bench, as I said that. But, like, keeping him in for a little bit longer, especially when the game, needs to be won. This is when it's going to be won. KD scores over Anunoby, the tight contest. No worries. But, yeah, you've just got to... I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, if you need to keep him in a little bit longer, Trent possibly was fouled. It's going to be Nets ball after they could not secure the rebound, the Raptors, on the miss. But yeah, look. It's no use bringing him in and saving him for a game that's going to be a 30-point margin. You'd rather do it, keep him in now when there's a potential chance to come back. Warren will pick up the turnover after the offensive foul was created via an illegal screen where he just barricaded himself into Scotty Barnes. So 1:25 to play. Close the quarter out. Anunoby muscles his way to the basket, and with Seth Curry on him, that was always going to be a given. So 21 points the difference. KD. Seth Curry, you can shoot the 3 if he wants. He gives it to Warren in the corner. Showed the ball and missed the 3. And now Scotty Barnes in the final minute. What will he do with it? Gary Trent going to shoot the 3. And that's well long. It was a little wedgy. And Warren's going to get it to Sumner across half court. And all we need to do is play the percentages. And, I was just going to say, let the shot clock run down. But Sumner caught everyone off guard and took it all the way to the cup without any hesitation. And the Raptors... Scotty Barnes drove it and tried to give off the extra feed. He actually bounced it off himself. And don't ask me how that happened, but... Yeah, don't ask me how that happened, but we're going to get the ball after they tried to execute the 2-for-1. After they tried to... Yes, I don't know why I'm saying shit on repeat and saying shit not very reliably. What the hell was that? Toronto, they're going to get another shot after we turned it over. Trent, good ball fake, and he scores the 2-pointer wide open. And all we need to do is hold for 1. I'm so behind. My head is a scramble. I don't know what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Sumner, what are you doing? Sumner's going to shoot a 3 and miss it badly, and Curry is not going to save it, and that is going to be the 3rd quarter. Man, I really just got to get a grapple onto what I'm saying, because sometimes I just completely go off on a tangent, go into a state of trance, or constantly stutter and then repeat the same thing well after it happened. Regardless, it is 3-quarter time. Man, commentary is an exhausting job. I don't know how some people do it. It's a 21-point game. If we have a look at the box score, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're dealing with. We've got 4 players in double digits and 3 more pressing that mark as well. So it's been a very good spread of scoring in this game. Shooting percentages remain up, I do believe. Fairly, the 3-point shooting has gone out the window. We started 5 of 5 and now we're 4 of 21 since. Actually, we were 6 of 7. We're now 9 of 26. Don't ask me how it's fallen off that badly, but the Raptors shooting isn't any better than ours. in that time. And that's their shooting situation. Siakam and Van Vliet, probably the two that can take over the game, but haven't today. They are on 5 fouls. So, they've got to remain pretty conservative with their approach as to when they bring those two back in. If the game, gets potentially dicey, and, they've got to bring those guys back in for the closing, then, them playing on 5 fouls is not a very favourable thing at all. So, rebounds fallen way down too. That's because the Raptors are making more shots naturally. We're also not really getting offensive boards and whatnot. If you are enjoying the stream though, make sure to show your support. It's been pretty good today, so thank you for tuning in. And subscribe, you know the deal. We're back in 2 days. No exceptions. It's going to be a good game. If we play like we did in the first half, we're going to be very tough to stop. But last quarter starts and Seth Curry nearly left it behind. They're playing some full court type press. Joe for 3, got it. And obviously if they're going to press and they're going to make things difficult, there's going to be an open number somewhere. And we did well in finding it there. Siakam in the game on 5 fouls. Oh my god. Siakam scores and will shoot one more for an N1 opportunity. It's so frustrating. Excuse me again. So 1 free throw to come for the Raptors. Clax is on 5 fouls. Are we just going to play a small ball 5 the rest of the way? Nope. Claxton is going to go to the bench. 22-point lead. Siakam going to shoot one more free throw at the line. Granted, he only had 1 to begin with. And he converts it, no issue. So, Seth Curry going to get it past halfway. Kyrie. Looking. Morris. Corner. Warren. Spin. Shoots. And misses it. Bobbled out. Scotty Barnes looking for a screen. Nope. He's going to look for Siakam on the handoff. And now Siakam, excellent cross. Feed. And no, it's not going to be a score for Boucher. It's going to be a foul on the pass when Siakam had it. So it will be a side out for the Raptors with 11 minutes to play. What the fuck is that? So the Raptors are going to get shots on ball, I think. Because they never got the ball in. They never got the ball in, so they're going to get shots on ball here. That's such a dumb foul to give away, Joe. And that's his 5th as well. So Royce is going to come back into the game for Joe. We have to not take our foot off the gas. Third quarter was a stabilizing period. After the second quarter was consisted of a pretty mediocre end. Ball is inbounded for Boucher, and now Barnes getting picked up by Warren on the outside. That's got to be a push-off! Scotty shoots absolute garbage and then stood on, I think, TJ Warren's foot because he's limping. That was a blatant push-off. Kyrie, quick acceleration. Morris, extra feed. Seth Curry, good closeout Boucher, but he gets past that. And now Kyrie. What the fuck is he looking at? Barnes is on the bench. Limping pretty badly. Scotty's having a tantrum. He looks like he's about to cry. I don't think they're letting him go to the bench. Oh, that is a joke. What are the refs doing? What are the refs doing? What happened with Scotty? Bro, what? He just, like, landed. He barely jumped and he hurt himself. That was the weirdest sequence I've ever seen. And then the Raptors, you know, timeouts are important. They had to exhaust the timeout because the referees weren't letting an injured player check out when they had the opportunity. I have no idea why they couldn't do that, but I'm awfully mystified. So it will be a timeout, and it will be a side out for, I'm not sure who. I think Brooklyn. I don't even remember. Like, yeah, on that previous possession, though, it was a blatant push-off on Scotty. Like, you could see the full arm extension. It was blatantly obvious, and they didn't even... They shed a blind eye to it all. Typical NBA refereeing. What can I say? Just poor form. Alrighty. Right. Okay. So we've got about 11 minutes to play. Long way to go in this game. And the lead has been sitting at about 20 for quite some time. It's been fairly comfortable the entirety of the way since midway through the first quarter where we caught fire. Actually, from the beginning, it was always comfortable. Always. So Kyrie is, well, 7 straight games now with 20 points. That's obviously the kind of support we need to give Kevin Durant. That's a given. The Raptors have the ball. Okay. So Van Vliet in the game on 5 fouls. Extra pass to Boucher for 3. It's off. Kyrie strong rebound, and he will hold things up. Directing traffic with Seth Curry, Warren, Morris, and Royce in the game. Curry, Morris, back to Curry. Curry gets past Trent and missed it badly to the left. Siakam in the game on 5 fouls. Van Vliet in the game on 5 fouls. Trent catch and shoot 3 on the kick. And Anunoby fights for the rebound. Curry secures after it ricocheted around O'Neal. Morris back to O'Neal. And now Warren. Fake the handoff. Kick out to Morris. Extra feed. Beautiful passing. Royce O'Neal splash. Wonderful passing. And that's what this kind of lineup is going to give you with all 5 players able to shoot the 3. Trent finds Siakam. And we're going to have a foul on TJ after Pascal Siakam tried to get through and fight through the contact. Underrated pass by Morris there on that last possession. Siakam tries to post up O'Neal, and O'Neal took a shot. Siakam will go to the line. And the Raptors, very, very early on in this last quarter, have ended up in the bonus, the Raptors. So, 2 shots. First for Siakam. Is off. Mr. Whammy. His power is unmatched. Scotty Barnes is out. No, sorry, that was Sumner. Sumner's out with a glute contusion, and 2 shots were just missed by Siakam. So everyone in the crowd gets free McDonald's fries. What a night. Kyrie lost the ball, and it is going to be Raptors ball. Kyrie just threw that one away. So Fred VanVleet to Siakam. Guarded by Royce on the outside. Boucher. Beautiful cut by Anunoby. And that dunk was excellent. What is Morris doing on defense? Sorry, microphone. So Kyrie Irving. High screen going to arrive by Morris. Doesn't use it. Morris takes Anunoby off the dribble. Good passing. Kyrie's going to get an open look. And he missed it. That was an excellent bit of passing there, but all Kyrie needed to do was make it. Oh my god. Royce has fouled out. No. No, he hasn't fouled out. I think he's got 5 fouls though. Anunoby gets the 2 and 1. Royce got absolutely thrown out the way. KD's going to check back in with 8 minutes to go. He's already played 29 minutes. 15 points, 8 boards, 6 dimes. And in a game like this, where it's been pretty comfortable, you wouldn't have liked for him to play over 35 minutes, but he's going to be on track if he plays the rest of the way. Anunoby makes the free throw. And so the lead is now down to 18. Royce. Hand off. Don't turn it over. Warren. Gee, we got so lucky there. A kick ball for the Raptors after Warren just threw it into open space. Never mind, he was getting it to Royce and it hit Pascal's foot. So it is not the fault of Warren. Get the ball in. Oh my god. Fucking hell, that is a joke, man. Defense needed. 15 turnovers in this game. We've been much better on the turnover front in the last few games. And, yeah, this game has been a bit of an exception, hasn't it? VanVleet, guarded by Clax, 4 seconds to shoot. Boucher didn't align himself. It's a miss, but an offensive rebound, and VanVleet knocks down the 3. And they haven't gotten it down to this margin for a bit of time. They're slowly trimming away. 124. The last 1 minute 24 has consisted of an 8-0 run. Kyrie, drive. That's a foul. And it's going to be 2 shots for Kyrie. And I can't help but think that that is probably the way to go. We've got to try scoring at the basket, I think. With a lineup that consists of a fair bit of spacing. I think this is it. I think this is the team that you go the rest of the way with. KD, Clax, Royce, Joe, Kyrie. Nope, Warren's going to fetch Joe Harris. Or Joe Harris is going to fetch Warren. So Joe playing on 5 fouls. Clax playing on 5 fouls. Siakam playing on 5 fouls. And also Van Vliet playing on 5 fouls. Kyrie misses the free throw. Or misses one of the free throws. So, 7 or so minutes to play. Boucher, Van Vliet shoots another 3. Lines it up and misses. Joe to KD. He's closed in on. Get it to Joe. Shoot it, Joe. Nope, he's going to take it up the middle. And then he fouled out. Fucking hell. He should have just shot it. He had a wide open 3. He had a wide open 3 and he just passed it up. He's done. He should have just shot the 3 ball. So, I think Warren's going to come straight back into the game. Wait, what? Cam is coming into the game. This is an interesting call. I don't know if this is a smart idea, but granted, Cam Thomas put in some good minutes in the back half of the last game when he came in pretty suddenly, so I expect similar things now. Siakam. Extra feed, Boucher missed it. Good gang rebounding by the Nets. And Royce will hold things up and get it to Kyrie. Get it across halfway now. High screen, Clax. Good dribble. Kick out. KD gets past the closeout. Alley-oop! And the lead is now 18. We're just about to hit the halfway point of the last quarter. Siakam, Trent tries to take Cam off the dribble. Why would you do that, Cam? Every single time. He always gives away and one opportunities. And it is frustrating to watch. So free throw for Trent is good. Back to 15. With 6 minutes to play. Kyrie. And we've already had 10 seconds elapse on the shot clock and no one's moved. Kyrie. Cam. What's he going to do? Hand off to Kyrie. Gets into the paint. What a move! That was unbelievable. Thought the defenders thought it was going to go one way. Went the other. Siakam. Trent. Gotta have more. Damn. Oh my god, Cam. Gotta have more communication. Cam was so terrible on that defensive possession. So fucking dumb, man. Kyrie to Royce. He's going to drive it. He's held up. Don't! Royce got it. You got to shoot it, Royce. Alley-oop. No! Yes! How on earth did that happen? Royce with the floater that he missed. And then Claxton with the putback. Anunoby threw Kyrie out of the way. With a potential armbar. And so KD is going to dribble out the clock, you'd imagine. 14-point lead. KD picked up right at the logo. And he's going to get doubled. Cam arrives to help out. He had an open man on the far side and didn't find him. And now we have another opportunity to end this game with a good defensive stop. And we do well there. Royce forced Anunoby into a miss. Kyrie. Royce wide open. That is not it. Claxton. Offensive board. And a timeout for the Raptors. And, well, you'd think that's it. First, Claxton with the putback on the Royce O'Neal floater. And then on the Royce O'Neal three-pointer miss, Claxton also was clearly the biggest man in the pack and was able to secure firmly. And score a vital 2 points. It's 108-92. And the game is thoroughly in our hands. And we'll have a quick look at the box score. KD hasn't even scored this quarter, which is fairly baffling. You'll see for the Raptors, I mean, there hasn't really been a standout performer. And then if we look at the Brooklyn Nets as well, well, that's their shooting splits for starters. And then for us, well, still shooting at over 50% from the field and 37% from three, which is modest numbers. 10 off the bench for Warren is a very good return. And all 5 starters in double digits, which is also very welcomed. So, yeah, you appreciate that. And, yeah, that's basically been the story of the game. Good shooting, good spread of scoring. Just a really unselfish team play. And, yeah, I mean, that's what got us the lead in the first half. And ultimately, since that point, we've been able to shield any form of attack by the Raptors. So, yeah. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like. And we'll be back in a couple days' time for Nets Celtics on this channel. So if you want to tune in and stay notified, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically all. So we're nearly there. Only 36 points in the second half. The good thing is we've held them to 43. So they haven't gotten things relatively easy at all. We found things a little bit more difficult on the offensive side, but ultimately work was done in the first half, and you know, it set the tone for the rest of the game and how it's been played. How aggressive the Raptors have been with things, and you know, players getting into foul trouble and whatnot. Siakam scores a little hook shot. And Trent closes on O'Neal. You got to get it across halfway. Come on. Okay. Royce does well. And the finger roll, he missed the layup. It's going to be a foul on Trent. And O'Neal is going to get the free throws. The Raptors are once again mystified as to how that is a foul. So it's going to be a foul on a push, which, granted, it was extremely light. Man, Royce, come on. So, 108.94. I lost train of thought as to what I was going to say again. Royce misses both. Man, close the game out for God's sake. Trent, they're going to have to operate pretty quickly given the margin. Siakam, good cross. Gets into the paint. Claxton with the block. Wow. The verticality on that, he came out of absolutely nowhere. The verticality. Jesus Christ. So, 5 seconds to shoot. Siakam, no, he's not going to get it. Van Vliet gets through, kick out, and they run out of time. If they had an extra couple seconds, they would have been okay, but that is the last thing. They used up all 24 seconds of shot clock to not get a shot off. So that's an inexplicable thing to do when you're down 14 with only 3 minutes to play. Kyrie picked up at the logo by Anunoby. Clax is going to come up with the high screen. Kyrie splits defenders and scores the finger roll. Excellent. And that should be it. Siakam gets into the paint and scores for 2. And Royce will get it from the inbounds. Van Vliet doesn't know whether to gamble, like leaving Kevin Durant for the ball carrier or not. KD's going to get it now. They blitz. Cam is absolutely tackled. And it's going to be a jump ball with 1:58 to play in the game. We got 3 seconds to shoot. So we did do one thing in reducing the shot clock and whatnot. But in saying that, we have not had a shot. So Cam and Anunoby in the jump, and you can probably back Anunoby in to win it. Usually when I say this, we win it, or the underdog will win it. So, you know, we'll see how we go. If I'm right, nope, Anunoby won it with ease. So they got to move it quick. Van Vliet, good Clax. We're switching everything. Clax strongly harassing Trent, and Trent still scores it. Leads down to 12, and Kyrie is getting picked up. Well before halfway, Kyrie gets through, and all he needs to do is wind the shot clock down. Royce going to get it to Cam, and Cam will bring it to the outside. 5 seconds. He's shooting a step back mid-range. What the fuck was that? And now 12-point game. 1 minute to play. Trent shoots a 3. Knocks it down. It's a 9-point game. And Kyrie gets it to Royce. Get it across. And KD will hold. Are they going to foul or not? 1 minute to play. Kyrie. Royce. Back to Kyrie. 5 to shoot. Pass it. Royce. One more. KD, top of the key. They got to move it really fast. 9 seconds. Or 9 points the margin. 40 seconds to shoot. Barnes gets past the closeout. And Barnes throws it down. 7-point game. And Kyrie gets it past halfway. They're not fouling yet. What are they doing? They're not fouling him still. And there's going to be a foul. Wait, what's happening? A foul on Barnes, I think. There was a little bit of a tie-up. Barnes hits Kyrie on the foot and fell over. So it looked like he was the guy that was potentially going to get the benefit of the doubt, but apparently not. It's going to be Nets on the side when we get back from the timeout. And, well, they've sort of slowly gotten back into the game without really much being said. You know, it's been a very casual comeback. They were down as much as 36 in the first half, and ended up losing the game by about, I don't even know, I think it was 20. So they did, yeah, they were down 27 last game and lost by 20. This game they were down 36 and now they're down 7. So it's decent work there by you know, the Raptors to sort of trim the lead right down. Martell saying, this is annoying, finish the game right. I mean, yeah, it's just been a bit of a they've just silently gotten back into the game. And it was hovering at about 20, and you would sense their runs arrived very, very late. There's 28 seconds left. They're down 7. But what did I say early in the stream? I'm not counting my chickens, because there was that one game 5 years ago. We were up 7 with 30 seconds to play. And what happened? We ended up conceding 7 points in 30 seconds to send the game to OT and lose it. So the last thing you do is you turn it over from here. And KD will get the ball, and this is going to be a long, long way to the finish. They're asking where the foul is. And it's going to be free throws. I don't know why they're disputing that, but whatever the hell. It's going to be shots. I think Van Vliet's going to pick up the foul, and he's gone. If it is Van Vliet who picks it up, KD makes number 1. No, I think it's Scotty Barnes who picked it up. So Van Vliet remains in the game. And so the lead is 103-111. And both teams with 1 timeout to play with 27 or so seconds to go. The Raptors are not calling a timeout in the odd instance that they will need it. Down the line, Siakam, Anunoby, he's going to shoot the 3. He's going to miss it. We're going to get the rebound. Seth Curry. And there's another foul. And with 14 and a bit to play, there will be more free throws coming for Seth. And this one is just merely a little bit of rubbing salt into the wounds. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it for the Toronto Raptors. It was a valiant comeback, I have to say. And they did make me fairly uncomfortable in parts, but you know, we did what we had to do. And as I said, it doesn't matter how much you win by. It just matters that you get the victory. And, well, for the vast majority of the game, I was sitting comfortably. And Siakam's going to take it all the way and stop the clock at 9.4. The game's not over yet. They're still trying, but that's going to do it. 5 seconds to shoot, or 5 seconds left in the game, should I say. That is going to do it. 114-105, and that is going to wrap things up from the Barclays Center. And let's have a look at the box score, and then we'll be off, and that'll do it. But if we look at the box score, Kevin Durant with a solid 17 points. One of his more down games, to be honest, but he didn't really need to do much. It was still an efficient 17 points, though, and he contributed in other ways. Royce O'Neal with 11, Clax 15, 17 to Joe on 5 of 7, and the man is back. He is shooting, I think, 9 of 13, I read, in the last 2 games after going 5 of 30 before that from 3. 27 to Kyrie, he was the high man, and he was pretty consistent throughout the evening. And then off the bench, TJ Warren led all bench scorers with 10 points for the Nets. And then for the Toronto Raptors, let's have a look as well. We will see the shooting splits, 53%. It was above 50% all game. 3-point shooting, we started well, and then it really dipped. But we did what we had to do in the first half, and it promoted more aggressive defense by Toronto, and that's why they had to play, you know, in a bit more of a careless manner. You know, like Siakam and Van Vliet playing with 5 fouls much earlier than you would like. But 27 assists on the game, that dried up in the second half. But as I said, first half was where it all happened. We led by as much as 36 points in the second quarter, and that obviously was going to be very hard to come back from. Only few have done it in history, so yeah. But for the Raptors, Trent scored a few late. Siakam scored 24, Anunoby 21, but still it was a fairly disjointed game by the Raptors and a very poor start by them as well. I mean, you look at the turnover count, 13-7 to Scotty Barnes. Like, they're valuable possessions you're missing out on. And then, the free throw number kept him in it for quite some time, but that shooting is not great. It only picked up at the end. But overall, I mean, if we look at the extended for the Nets, 2 blocks for KD, 3 for Clax, 2 steals for Kyrie, 3 steals for Sumner in limited action. There were good performers all across the court today, and all through the roster. So, team performances like these are gonna give us leads like what we had in the first half, 36 points up, and that was on the back of us making shots, defensively being active and engaged, everyone contributing in more ways than one. It was just all round an excellent game. And look, it was ultimately 9 points in the end, but it didn't really speak volumes as to how much we dominated basically the vast majority of the day. The other games are very close. Have a quick look. Lakers up on the Bucks. Miami, Boston going into OT by the looks. Charlotte beat Washington by 1 after scoring how many in the last quarter? 10 points! And they still won. Atlanta beat Denver. Cleveland beat Orlando. And that's the gist of things. For the Lakers, man, LeBron's got 28. AD's got 43. Westbrook's had a good game. Giannis is 40. Middleton's back in and has 17 in the game on efficient shooting, and Holiday's got 28. So, pretty good games of basketball going on at the moment. Adebayo's got 24. Hero 26. Butler 21. 33 for Brown. Tatum's only got 12 points. So fair play to whoever defended Jason Tatum, which would probably be Jimmy Butler. But that's going to do it from me. The next game's in a couple of days against Boston, which we just mentioned. If they go on to lose, they're going to be pretty hungry for getting back to winning ways. But all I beg is we continue the good form that we showed early in this game. We can't revert to habits of old. That basketball we showed in the first half is all I want to see. I don't think I'm going to get my wish, but we've got to get damn close to delivering on that, on that front. The vast majority, 75%, 80% of the time, we need to deliver. And we need to show the same intensity, show the same work rate and effort. Everyone needs to be chipping in. And that was without our full team. Simmons and Watanabe, not there. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the full scope or how expansive... Is that the word? No. What the ceiling of this team is going to be, given we haven't seen it yet. But yeah, that'll do it from me. I'm waffling at this point and not making sense, but thank you for tuning in, everyone that hung around and was here for pretty much the entirety of the time. I wish Simmons was there so we could foul him at the end. I mean, granted, Ben Simmons has been not too bad from the free throw line in the stretch of games where he was pretty strong. So I don't know what kind of Simmons you were going to be getting at the free throw line if he was playing, and even if we had him in the game at the end. But regardless, strong win, and we'll be back at it again in a couple days' time for Nets Boston. So thank you. Show a like or drop a like on the way out and show your support. But that'll do it. So thank you. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon in a couple days' time. Thank you.